Hey guys, it's your boy Blackrue back with another top stock video. Catch me every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Benzinga channel on the Ruell Report. We go over stock, we go over crypto, and I believe this week with the whole crypto winter we're experiencing, I'm going to go over some of my top 10 coins to pick up on this low, and also some of the top NFTs that are going on, because while all this is going on, NFTs, like play to earn NFTs, are kind of booming. So we're going to look at. But today we're going to get into the top stocks. Feel free to watch this at 1.5 times speed because your time is very important, and I'm going to give you all the important information. But first, a little branding. DarkHorseWatcher.com is where you can find Blackrue Investing. Links directly to my YouTube. Like and subscribe so you can get updates on this videos as soon as I put them out. Like and subscribe, and also if you want the information early and you want different things like a weekly crypto list, a weekly stock list, subscribe to the Patreon and you can get different things like that. Mad appreciation for you guys, my patrons. Mad appreciation for you guys. So let's just get right into the top stocks here. So this week we have a few different things that we're doing, but the three things on the docket are mergers for this week, short interest plays, and SPACs that have really good um, preliminary earnings reports that got shorted last week. So let's start with our mergers. Okay. So this is SPACtracks.com. I really love this site. It really just lays it right out for you. Last week we had FGNA merge. It's going to be like a fintech company. We have GHVI, which is Goris Holdings. This is going to be Matterport. Matterport, they do like 3D imaging for real estate places. And according to their outlook, if you do the 3D viewing on the location, it's 300% more engaging for the customer. Got people like Meet Kevin on this who like this, and real estate is his wheelhouse. So really like Matterport. We got THCB here, which is going to be Microvast. I'm not as high on Microvast as I am on GHVI and FGNA. Microvast is going to just be an EV battery company, and we already had a few of those happen. But I am high on this CCIV, which is going to be Lucid Motors. So we can speculate and kind of pick them up now, because I think the real run is probably going to be either around the 22nd or next week, since it hasn't moved any yet. So we got CCIV. If we look at it, first of all, we have, I'll get back to that. So CCIV, it's actually, since the 30th of June, has been declining. And it's declined all the way down to 22.90. So I'm suspecting when this guy actually hits its merger date, like FGNA did. But FGNA, you can see it had no movement for like at least 3 months. So I guess that's kind of really when you see some stuff like that, you can see it kind of pop off. But that's not always the case. Sometimes when there's no movement, they'll fade and do the opposite. But yeah, this company has a bright future ahead of it. It's supposed to be a fintech company. Trying to find out where it is. What the name is. OppFi. Okay. So really high on these three for the upcoming mergers this week. And then short interest plays. I'm probably going to put out a separate video on GameStop. So I think the GameStop stuff isn't over. Uh, Stay tuned and like and subscribe so you can hear what I have to say about GameStop. But I'm going to be looking at GameStop, Express, Newegg, and AMC this week. They've all kind of come back a little bit. But if we look at it, this is a lot of kind of what GameStop did too, right? If we go back to GameStop, we go out a year. Well, GameStop's was very rapid. It went straight up, only to be shorted back down, go up again, shorted back down, up again, shorted back down. And this is one of the things I'm going to go over in the GameStop video. But as you can see, as it goes up, these short attacks back down are getting less and less effective. So as you can see, if we were to draw a little line, it's still on a kind of an uptrend. So I think this might be a good price here. Same thing with AMC. Had to go to up. And then we had the big push to 70. And now it's at 34. Might be a good place to get in right here. Again, same with Newegg. Pushed it up. Now it's on the down tick right here. Might be a perfect spot to get in right there. So I'm going to be looking at these guys. And Express is one that kind of had the big one like a while ago, and no one's touched it since. But what I'm liking here is the director, CEO, just bought a whole bunch of shares at 479. As you can see, it's at 451. So he bought shares thinking, okay, 479 is a bargain. And they have their earnings coming up here. The earnings are coming up here on the 25th of August. So I'm suspecting that he's expecting a beat, or otherwise why buy? You know, why buy right here? And that buy was on Friday. So, or at least it went through Friday. It might have been that he actually made the purchase on like Wednesday or Thursday. But either way, um, he's expecting big things. So we should kind of look out for the same, right? So I'm looking to play the earnings, and maybe it gets back to at least the $8 that it was previously at on the 25th of June, and that's based off of what I saw the director doing. We went over those, Newegg, and okay, so one play here, I'm just kind of following the price action. This is Performant Financial Corp. We go out like 6 months. You kind of see they're two like cup and handles, right? These rounded bottoms. Maybe I can get Neil to come on here. Neil Hamilton. He does the Get Technically show for Benzinga, and he's really like the chart guy. But I see a lot of charts that look like this, and it kind of continues the upward movement. We got some. They sold on the 15th, but you know that's whatever. I still like what I'm seeing here. Oh yeah, we got a big block trade here at 465. That's some really good stuff to see that somebody bought that many at 465 on the 13th. Even though we got sales going on here, we got a price target at $10. So I don't think we're asking for too much for it to get past 5 here, get to like 550. I don't think that's asking too much. Uh, Okay, now to the SPACs that have been shorted that have given us great like earnings. So Porch is one of those. As high as it's like $25. It was bull flagging here out at around 20 at like 19 something to get pushed down to $17. May get pushed down more, but let's see here. We got some Form 4s, so maybe the director here, the COO bought some shares. Or did he sell? We'll see. Okay, you guys can't really see this, so I'm going to have to bring it out and look at it myself. You might not be able to see it, but I'll be able to tell you. It's the way this thing shares the screen. Okay, he sold. He sold stock. And it seems like he sold. Okay, he acquired some stock that he had the right to purchase at $3.3, and he sold it around 20. So I mean, I guess that's you know, I guess that's his prerogative to do. Not really that much of a bad deal there. But here we go, Oppenheimer. They're setting a porch target at $28. See, this is how a lot of the times I say like not to listen to these ratings. Like like they almost do these to like kind of short you out of your money and take your money. So let's see here. He said $28 on June 29th. June 29th was around here, like $28. So of course there's a short right afterwards. Because I bet that everybody sees this trend, right? And then this hedge fund comes out and initiates, oh, it's going to go to $28. So I'm sure a lot of people bought, and this is what they do. They short. That's the whole thing with the GameStop thing. That's the whole thing with a whole bunch of other things. But see, he brought this stuff out talking about a price target of $28, which it'll probably eventually hit. But in the short term, it's probably that exact same guy who shorted it down to $17 after people invested. Hate these guys. I swear to goodness. Shouldn't hate, but that's just what it is. I don't like that they take advantage of people. Put it that way. Um, so here we have Latch. It was having a nice little time. Not only to get shorted down in this little recent 6 point 6 point thing that we're experiencing. So here we go. They say seven. They put it up to $19. They did this on the first. No coincidence. Boom. Short. Okay. Alrighty then. So they did give us like some first quarter earnings, I believe. See, here we go. First quarter earnings for Latch are up. Total bookings 7.7, 71.7 mil, up 89% year over year. So I'm really looking for them to have a nice, if that's what they told us, I'm really looking for them to have nice earnings when it comes up here in the 15th. So I'm kind of looking to buy now in case it sells off and dumps off before its earnings. I think this is a pretty good spot, but of course I'll check out what happens when the market opens. But getting it around 11 is not that bad. So other play is Ouster. Ouster came out with an offering as they were doing real nice. So Ouster God, sorry. Alistair was they were doing some stuff, and then they came out with an offering right around here, pushed the price down to 1080. But we have right here with Benzinga Pro, some bullish options calls. Someone bought a mess load of options at $10. Expiration date 8/20, which is a little odd only because earnings are going to be at the end of September. I would think that they would get them at that time. But okay, sure. $10 with the August expiry. That's fine. I probably would have got them with a September expiry, but whatever. Still high on these former specs because they've given us great earnings. Here are two other candidates I was just looking at that looked like they got shorted. Air Systems, they do semiconductor testing equipment. Actually, this company is actually trending towards something good here. Um, Where's the other one? RCAT, this is the one that looked like it got shorted. Okay, so you got earnings coming up in 12 days. It was hiking up, only to pull back here. Got some short interest on it. We'll be talking about that in the GameStop video. Um, Also, my last dark horse, and part of this, me having this as a dark horse, has to do with the GameStop video. In GameStop, they were saying that some people were, in the GameStop video, I reference a really nice podcast, and I'll talk more about it in a GameStop video. Voices in the Dark. I highly suggest you listen to their last podcast on June 18th. They were talking about the whole GameStop situation and how companies, hedge funds, are actually prepared for Citadel to kind of fail from this. And what they're doing to do that is they're soaking up all this real estate because if the dollar is devalued, then you need to go for something that's stable. Um, some people are going for crypto, and I guess what they're saying is um, Citadel's biggest competitor, they're going and they're soaking up real estate at 20 to 50% past the markup price. So in that, I'm thinking that these real estate companies and these REITs are probably going to have a really nice time coming up because their holdings are going to be really valuable. And China coming off of Rona, I can see this perhaps doing something. And it has some unusual volume, I think, on Friday. So I'm just going to buy a couple of these shares and kind of just monitor this. Um, Another thing that I'm going to look at, they never let me bring it up on here, is this real estate ETF, JRE. They're probably not going to let me. Oh, okay, they let me do it. So it's, it's kind of doing this thing. It started off, it literally just opened in June. It's up $1 already, but I'm liking where real estate's gonna head. Possibly has some fallout to this whole GameStop thing. Um, Crap hasn't totally hit the fan, but if you listen to the podcast, he's kind of predicting that it hits the fan sometime pretty soon. Um, but yeah, so that's what I have for you guys for today. Check out some of these videos here. Like and subscribe. Watch the Ruell Report on Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern. I'll catch you guys later. Peace.